Dabba 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 da. Lupin the Vlog. And the gang's all here. Playing Card Strategy is the 8th episode in the Lupin the Third series, Part 1. This is the first episode to have all 4 gang members, Lupin, Jigen, Goemon, and Fujiko, working together for a common goal. This time they are stealing from a Mr. Gold, who is practically an anime Scrooge McDuck, and trying to steal away his cards that are said to have belonged to Napoleon. Apparently, these cards possess some sort of magical luck powers that will grant the user amazing luck. Supposedly, Fujiko got a vision of these cards while driving one winter's eve, telling her that they will be in her possession soon. Either that or she had been drinking a little too much bourbon on Christmas Eve. In classic form, Lupin calls up Mr. Gold, saying that he will steal his Napoleon cards on midnight on his birthday. On said birthday, the whole place is packed with police forces, led by Zenigata, who is employed by Mr. Gold to protect his cards. What's kind of a little disappointing in me thinking that we got all 4 gang members here again, that we're gonna see them all using their own unique talents to work together to try to steal these cards, but in all reality, it's just Lupin himself that is able to get away with the cards like a snap. Like, no even need to get help from anybody, not even a getaway card. Now in possession of the cards, they appear to be giving off more bad luck vibes than good luck vibes, as Mr. Gold's men are around every corner, tracking them down and trying to sabotage their escape or trying to capture the cards from them. They go this and that and all over the place, but they're still not able to shake them off. And obviously, if you're like me, you can already tell that Mr. Gold must have planted a tracking device on them. Which, yes there is, the tracking device right in one of the cards. The episode all leads up to Fujiko and Jigen trapped inside a building with a whole bunch of police forces surrounding the place. Zenigata barking out orders while Mr. Gold in the back is barking orders at Zenigata. Lupin and Goemon are off in the distance. Goemon goes to save them, and Lupin just playing Angry Birds at Mr. Gold, knocking him out with a rock expertly catapulted towards him. And so the episode ends the same way that the pilot episodes ended, with Lupin throwing a grappling hook into the top story window, Jigen, Goemon, and Fujiko tying that off to a giant kite, and then Lupin driving off in a car. Overall, this is a pretty weak episode considering that it's the first time all 4 gang members are together here. Again, I don't really see why all of them needed to be there in this episode if only Lupin and Fujiko were really the most useful in this aspect. I mean, hell, Jigen spends most of the time all bandaged up after he gets injured by one of Mr. Gold's men, or just lounging off in the background. I mean, sure, he fights off against the police armed forces, but other than that, he doesn't really do much this episode. It felt more like Miyazaki and Takahata wanted to redo the pilot episodes for some strange reason, but kind of give a little bit more of a context, like, why are Lupin and the gang in the building in the pilot episode? Well, it's because they're hiding out from the cops. What's their goal? Well, they stole Napoleon's cards from this Mr. Gold character. I mean, okay, but other than that, we don't really get to see much of the characters utilize their trademark skills. Fujiko is just practically baggage in this episode, not really participating too much. Like, she drives a truck, and that's about it. She doesn't really contribute much. Goemon, I would say, would be the second most helpful group member, because he's just mowing down these goons left and right, or cutting up any traps that Mr. Gold's men try to employ on the gang. But yeah, it's a pretty weak episode. Wish I could say more about it, but there's not really much here. It's just exactly the pilot episode with a little bit more context thrown in. Next time, though, Lupin and Gaines will be having their first Christmas episode, as well as we dive a little further into Fujiko's mysterious past. That's all for today, though. Make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube and Dailymotion, where I'll post up new videos every Monday, similar to this one, or check me out on Dailymotion, where I'll have full reviews on there, all in HD with nice high quality. Also subscribe to me on Twitter, where I post MangaMan news updates as well as other news updates anime related. And don't forget to have a nice day, Lupin fans. This is the MangaMan, signing off.